Guys, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking. If you're new here, welcome to this channel, and you can consider subscribing and join the family. Yeah. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be listing I'm going to be telling you guys about some mistakes that new immigrants make right here in Canada. I've made some of those mistakes, and I don't also want you to follow that step. That is why I'm sharing my experience with you guys. Try as much as you can to avoid these mistakes. So let's get right into the video. Number one mistake I'm going to mention is not doing proper research about the city or the province you want to settle in. So guys, this is just a random thing that I know so many people do. You know, you go to a particular province or you go to a particular city because your family members are there. Yes, it's understandable because you need people to help you settle in. It's also an important factor. But some people don't try to prioritize things, and you know, if you are going to a province that you know you are going to struggle in, why don't you just do your research and know the one that you're going to fit in? You do your research and just check for. There are different cities in Canada that you can settle in. Just check for the ones that is going to fit your financial needs, your kids, so many factors that you're supposed to consider before settling. So guys, that's why I'm saying this first. I know so many people make this mistake. You know, you don't do proper research about the province. You know, you need to understand the cost of living where you're going to settle. Let's say, for instance, now you don't have enough cash, you know, maybe probably you don't have enough money, or you're still trying to, if you're just somebody that is struggling with your finances and you are going to a place like Toronto, you know, the cost of housing in that place alone is going to consume everything you're coming with. The cost of housing alone is enough to make you get overwhelmed in that kind of place. You understand what I'm trying to say? No, that's a very big factor that can even limit you. Before you know you're struggling to pay your rent, you're struggling to pay your bills, and so on and so forth. So this is very important for you to consider. You know, just do your proper research. You know the cost of living of the province you're going to settle in. If you know you're not going to struggle, then fine, you can go for it. So many cities that you can stay in Canada. The kind of person that you don't like cold is also a factor. Like, you know, provinces like Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, they are really cold, to be honest with you. These provinces are cold. So if you know you really cannot accommodate temperatures of -40, -30 something, then just go to BC. So, you know, there are different jobs right here in Canada. So if you are the type that is going into agriculture, there are so many cities that you can stay that will favor you. There are so many provinces that you stay and will favor you. Like province like Saskatchewan, I know they are very good in agriculture. Manitoba. So if you are the type that is into agriculture, or you are into IT, you know, or you are into oil and gas, there are different provinces that you can stay that will favor you. So that is why I said it's very important for you to do your research. Do your thorough research before landing in a province. Guys, number two mistake I'm going to be talking about. This is funny, but it's very important, guys. This mistake is really, really important, because if you fall for it, you might end up suffering for like another 1 year or 6 months. It depends. So this mistake is renting a house far from downtown. The reality is, as a new immigrant, there are so many things that you need to do, you know, even completing your registration, searching for jobs, things that you do once you land. If you're staying in a place far from downtown or far from the city, it's going to affect you, because to be honest with you, the transportation system is not perfect. So let me just put it that way. It's not perfect. So let's say, for instance, now you are staying in a place that is, by car you have to drive like 30 minutes before you get to downtown, you know. So if driving alone is like 30 minutes, if you're planning to take a bus, you're looking at like an hour 30 minutes or even 2 hours. Because if you're taking a bus, it's not going to be just one bus. Or if you're taking a train, you probably take a train and take a bus, then take another bus, which is going to cost you like 2 hours. And also, when you look at it also, most jobs are in downtown. So if you're staying in a place that is far from downtown, my dear, in the long run, you don't want to suffer for it. And you know the thing about lease here in Canada, your lease agreement is usually for like mostly 1 year, but there are some that usually allow 6 months. It depends on your agreement actually, but most of them they go for 1 year. So let's say for instance now you now have a place, or you rented a place that is very far from downtown. That means you are stuck for like a year. There's nothing you can do, although you can decide to break your lease, but you are going to lose your deposits. Yeah, you're going to lose your deposit, and I don't think that's what everybody wants. The new immigrants, just try as much as possible to get a place close to downtown. But there's an exception. If you're planning to get a car immediately you land, then this is really good. Then you can decide to stay anywhere as far as you're mobile. But once you know that you getting a car is going to take you, like it's probably take you a while before you get a car, I really advise you, like even for accessibility, you know, there are so many things that you want to get that is also close to downtown. There are so many places you want to go to that are closer to downtown. So just try as much as possible to get an apartment that is not too far from downtown. And when I say this, I don't mean you should get an apartment in downtown. There are so many areas that you can consider that are not too far from downtown. It's the next mistake I'm going to talk about. Oh, this is funny. It's credit cards. Yeah, this one, you know, as a typical Nigerian, nobody wants to be indebted. Nobody wants to collect loan. Nobody wants to check basic. Why I just said this, nobody wants to be indebted. Honestly, but Canada is a credit-based system. Yeah, the way the system is built, like, you can't escape it. One way or the other, you know, everything about this Canada is credit history. So one way or the other, you need credit. You need to collect credit cards. And initially when I landed, I didn't want a credit card now, you know, as the kind of person I am. Like, I don't want any debts. I don't want any loan. But with the way things are, with the way the system is, you don't have a choice. But I'm going to say this, just try as much as possible also not to be carried away, because as a new immigrant there are so many packages for you. You know, banks will offer you credit cards. You can collect as many credit cards as you want. They will give you, to be honest, they will give you credit cards. So just try as much as possible not to be carried away. Like, you know, some people, they have like 10 credit cards. Like, once they open their wallet like this, credit card. No. I'm not saying you should do it that way, you know. But just try as much as possible to be smart enough with it. Try as much as possible not to avoid credit card. That is very important, because everything you want to do, not everything, most of the things you need to achieve, they're going to ask for your credit history. If you want to get a mortgage, they're going to run credit check. If you want to get a car loan, they're going to run a credit check. So credit is really important. It's important you get. And also, if you're getting credit cards, please, when you spend, try as much as possible to spend what you can afford. You get what I'm trying to say? Let's say, for instance, they've given you a credit card with a credit limit of $2,000. Try as much as possible not to just spend the whole $2,000 you have. You can spend it if you have the money to pay it back. Yeah, that is correct. So once they give you the credit card, don't be carried away, because even when they give you the credit card and you spend and you don't pay back, it's going to spoil your credit history. If you don't collect, it's going to spoil your credit. You don't even have any credit at all, because if you don't collect, you don't even have a credit history, nothing. So try as much as possible just to be smart and try to balance as much as possible, because in Canada, they will give you credit on anything. My people, if you want to get couch on credit, it's available. If you want to get even all these kitchen gadgets, blenders, air fryer, everything electronics, cameras, just think of it, everything on credit. Even shoes, people buy shoes and expensive clothes on credit. So if you want most of these things, they would give it to you. But try as much as possible not to be carried away, like buy this on credit, buy that on credit. In short, if you collect too much of all those credit stuffs and you don't pay it back, it's going to affect you definitely in the long run. But just try as much as possible, try as much as you can to balance it. So the main thing is get credit. Yes, it's going to help you and you're going to need it. Guys, if you have other stuffs that you want to add, please drop it in the comment section. If you have any question that you want to ask, just drop it in the comment section. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Trust me, if you've not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, to be honest. Please smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, click the like button, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, drop your comments, because I'll be right there. I'll be right there to give you a reply. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in my next one. Bye guys.